Hi. Oh, welcome to Monday Morsels in Barebones Kitchen. Cheers. I am your culinary coach, Harmony. And I thought we'd mix it up a little bit tonight. I thought maybe, just maybe, like the biggest reason why people hate cooking, well, some of you hate cooking, is because it's all the prep time. Right? It's all the prep time. So if you get the prep stuff done, or most of it done, like a good portion of it done, it's much easier to boil a pot of pasta or cook some rice or throw some chicken in a pan, right? Because all of your hard work is already done. So I thought tonight we would change it up a little bit and do a little meal prep Monday. So I'm going to start right out of the gate with my asparagus, because that's what we're eating for dinner tonight. I don't think Zane knows that yet, honestly. I'm actually going to throw my oven on too, just because then I want to be ready. I'll be ready. Throw it right in the oven, and that will make him happy. All right, you guys, so if you're big, huge asparagus fans, which I know a lot of people are not, we eat quite a bit of asparagus around here because Zane loves it. Green vegetable, duh. Okay, so you're not going to cut the ends. We're not going to do that. You're just going to bend your asparagus until it breaks, okay? And you can save these little guys for an asparagus soup, if that's your jam. Or you can chop them up if you're doing a risotto, okay? And they're not always going to be the same size. Of course, they look prettier when they are, but they're not always going to be the same size, you guys. It's the way it works. You're basically just taking off the woody part of your asparagus when you do this. It's kind of like snapping peas. Anybody else snap peas as a kid? Anybody else? Just me? Okay. I remember my grandma used to give me big old bags, my uncle and I, big old bags of peas. Okay, I was little, so they seemed like they were gigantic bags of peas. Between peas and corn on the cob, those were like the two things that that was my uncle and I's job. Because my uncle was more like a big brother to me. He was 8 years older than me, so there's a lot of that. It didn't take very long, which is nice, because we got to be moving on. Got to be moving on. Bam! There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? I'm just going to get busy on these real quick. A little salt, get my trifecta going on here. A little pepper, a little bit of my Weber's. A little bit of olive oil. I like to give them a nice little zhuzh after I do that. That way that all those spices aren't just like sitting in one spot, and not all of the olive oil is just sitting in one spot. I like to be able to kind of roll it around in there so all of those spices get everywhere or immediately fall to the bottom of the pan. In this case, it's good. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Did everybody have a lovely weekend? Everybody have some Easter plans coming up this weekend? I do not. I do not. Not at all. It's kind of nice, honestly. With Jasmine being in Seattle and my sister is going out of town, and it's my future daughter-in-law's birthday, so I figured they'll be spending time with her family. Zane's not much for holidays anyway, so kind of works out perfectly. Hey, Wheeler, how's it going? We just snapped some asparagus, so you may have to rewind. I don't know when you came in, but we were snapping asparagus because that's what we're doing tonight. So I did the asparagus, I did my trifecta, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of butter. And this is, you guys, I need an organizer like stat. I'm the worst organizer ever. Even doing this tonight, I'm like so like, oh my gosh, meal prep, that means I have to have an actual plan. Like I have to actually have some sort of end game for what I've got going on. All right, I'm gonna go 375 because I know I'm gonna be talking a little bit. Put it right in that oven, that nice cold oven. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Why? Because it'll be fine. Not gonna hurt anything, you guys. It's not gonna hurt anything. Got in from a side job. Wow, look at you. That means you're stuck with us. I am, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I like being stuck with you guys. You guys have been like the most amazing crew. All right, I'm going to go in with my vegetables. So first, because again, meal prep, you guys, you don't want to be wasting time cutting up vegetables, right? So if you can get it all done in one show, one go, do it. All right, I'm going to rock out with some of this broccoli. And I'm just going to kind of come in and cut these little trees. That's what I'm going to do. And hopefully they'll work with me here and try to go around some of these little leafy bits. And again, if you're doing a soup, you can, let me throw things. You can save these guys. If you're doing a veggie stock, you can totally save all of this to do a veggie stock. I'm not really a veggie stock girl though, so. And I have my little plastic bowl over here, so I'm sure I'm gonna get some flack from somebody for that. Here's the deal, you guys. I can't afford the glass stuff for everything. Okay? I just can't. Broccoli delicious. You know how we roll in this house. Lots of green vegetables. Seems to be the only thing that boy of mine will eat. And I'm just kind of coming in and cutting them in half. Fallen trees. You know, I don't know. That's just how I roll. If you want to do them smaller than that or a little different than that, do it. Just do it. Like this is going to be your meal prep, not mine. And then when I get to this, I just like to take that little base and kind of cut around where it looks like there's a good stem. So you never know what you're going to get sometimes when you do it this way. Sometimes you just go in and just do it. Just do it. Make a choice. I knew I should have grabbed more. I knew I should have grabbed more paper towels. All right. Now I'm going to go in with my head of cauliflower. Big old cauliflower head. I don't know why they give you the little leaves. That just has always confused me. Like, I'm paying per pound. Okay, I'm not using this part. I don't need that part. Are you kidding me? I mean, maybe some people will, but I don't. Again, would be good in your veggie stock if that's how you're going to roll. Okay, now we're getting to this little stocky part. So I'm just going to run my knife like right across it to kind of break up all of that stuff. I do the same thing with cabbage. If you've ever watched me cut cabbage before. See? It looks like its own little tree. And again, you can totally eat that. It's absolutely edible. But then this just kind of breaks apart. I think I much prefer cutting cauliflower to broccoli. It's equally as messy though. And then when you get them big ones, you can just do them. Just cut them up, you guys. And then at the end of the week, you can have like a leftover meal if you haven't used everything and make like some noodles or, you know, like a stir fry situation. That would work too. You got some veggies ready to dip. If that's your jam, I actually made some dip last night, so I'm kind of excited for that. I'm not gonna lie. Because I was thinking I wanted it and then realized I had to wait for at least 2 hours, and then by the time 2 hours came up, I totally forgot. Yeah! She's chopping broccoli. Yep, I am. Oh, I don't think I know that skit. I'll have to look it up. Is that a funny one? All right. I'm sorry. I'm far too focused on this damn cutting board tonight. Dropping things all over the place. Just dropping things all over the place. All right. So I've got that done. I've got that done. All right. Now I'm going to go in with my pepper. We did a pepper last week, I think. And I'm just going to take it right around that stem. Right around the stem. That way most of your seeds are going to stay right in its place. And then whatever you think you're going to use, or if you are a meal prepper or a meal planner and you already know the size that you're going to use, just make it easy on yourself, you guys. I never know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm doing meal prep Monday, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I haven't even thought about what we're doing on Wednesday. But that should come as no surprise. And then whatever you don't use, again, you could do a stir fry at the end of the week, or make some sort of soup. Take your peppers out, throw them in the freezer for future use. It's a good thing I put a little bowl over there. Took a little lesson out of Rachel Ray's book and got myself a little garbage bowl. Maybe I should be careful saying that, because then I'm going to get sued by Rachel Ray and falter. It is what it is. It is what it is, you guys. So I have an important question. What do you guys do to keep active? Okay, so here's my deal. Here's my problem. My issue. I mean, I have many. It might take all night long. But, for reals, I went from a job where I was literally walking up to 15 hours a day to a job where I'm literally sitting on my butt for 8 hours a day. I can't even bring myself to say any more than 8 hours a day. So I just want to know, what do you guys do to stay active or keep active? Like, sometimes you just don't have time for that. Like, is there anybody that works at a desk job, like, what do you do to stay moving? Because I got to tell you guys, this 35 pounds that I've put on in the last year is on my last nerve. All right. We're almost there. We're almost there, so let me know. It's an old one with Dana Carvey. Oh, I probably love that, because I love me some Dana Carvey. I think he's fantastic. He is fantastic. I don't think I'm going to have room, so I'm going to move this one over here. All right, now we're going to go in for our mushrooms, you guys. Please don't put your damn mushrooms under the water. Just don't. Just stop. When you think you need to put your mushrooms under the water, you've failed. You have failed. That is a failure. You don't want to put your mushrooms under the water. You just want to take a nice cloth. In this case, I'm not using a nice cloth. I'm using a paper towel. Just get some of that ookie gookie stuff off of there, and it'll be fine. I actually got cremini mushrooms, so they're a little bit cleaner. Coming from the Pacific Northwest, we might know a thing or two about some mushrooms, and not some of them crazy mushrooms that some of you are thinking. I mean, we probably know about those too. Not this girl, but some people do, definitely. But you can hunt for all kinds of mushrooms in the Pacific Northwest, so you just want to make sure that you're wiping them off. Do not run them under water. Unfortunately, it's kind of like salad and salad dressing. You ever notice that you can't really re-eat salad the next day after you've put dressing on it? It's because it breaks down the composition of your mushrooms, and you don't want to do that. All right. Jeez, I'm just knocking all my towels off here. Stuff. fat belly now. See? That's not about it. I'm not about it, you guys. Not about it. Plumber maintenance guy at university, always moving around, but you're still 300 pounds. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right, so semi-pro tip with the mushrooms. I don't know if you guys saw that, so let me go back to the next one and explain it a little bit. Anytime you're working with mushrooms, these ones actually aren't that bad because I could probably safely cut this mushroom without it rolling all over the place. But if you take a little slice, okay, take a little slice out of your mushroom and then put that side down, it gives you some more stability in order to cut your mushrooms. And I'm working on that, Wheeler. I'm working on that. At least I feel like I am. I know, all girls say that, right? No, I really do feel like I'm working on that, though. I just put that bitch-ass scale right back in the cupboard where she belongs. She deserves a timeout. Absolutely. I was thinking about getting like one of those little, what are they, like basically a treadmill for under my desk. I was kind of thinking maybe my work would pay for it since they give us reimbursements for the gym. But you guys, I'm not going to make time to go to the gym. That's the bottom line. I spend 8 hours a day at work. I'm not going to turn around and go to the freaking gym too, okay? I got a gazillion different workout videos. I can never hold myself accountable to do it. Anybody want to be my accountability partner? Like I'm even game for that. Shoot. I really suck at all of that. I'm just looking at my summer shorts going, yep, sorry, buddy. We won't be putting those on this year. Even though I was shocked when they fit me in the first damn place. All right, down to the onion. The final straw. All right, so I've got my mushrooms all cut up. Big old chunks, big old chunks. You know, I'll only be using those for my meals. And I like a sweet onion. They tend to be a little bit squattier, but whatever kind of onion is your jam, do that. Because honestly, who am I to tell you what kind of onions to buy? They're kind of like a little disc. I like these ones. I also like a Walla Walla Sweet. Those are my favorites, but I will not see those for probably a couple more months. And I always just like to take that little top skinny layer off. That little skin. Sometimes you got to go the next layer in. Come on, claws, work. Work with me. Work with me. All right, so I got most of it off, but I still have some like, looks like granny skin. That's what my chef used to call it, granny skin. So we're just going to take that top layer off. Again, great use for your stalks. You're rocking that way. And then I just like to do these little guys in half moons. So I'm just going to cut it in half. I'm not going to dice it. I always keep my onions nice and big so my picky child can pick them out, but insist that they have to be in there because, Mom, you said it. It adds flavor. Like, duh. I know this, man. And then once it gets to that edge, I just flip it the other way. Trying to use it all. Trying to use it all. 2052 is going to be your year. It's funny because I have a friend at work that I actually have never met in person, but we talk on a daily basis, and he is over in Eastern Washington, and I just adore him, and he's so in love with his wife, and it just fills my soul. And it's so funny because the other night I came home and I was watching some TikTok, and I love the little like videos where the reaction videos where people like hear music for the first time. And there was a reaction video with Kenny Rogers' Lady. And it just made me think of him and his wife so much. And it just made my heart and soul happy. So I was like, dude, I have something totally random today. I was at work and I was like, I have something totally random to tell you. And it's going to sound weird, but I don't really care because I don't care. I just, if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. And so if I'm ever in a grocery store and you see me and I think that you're beautiful, I'm going to tell you you're beautiful. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And he was like, okay. And so I tell him, like, I saw this reaction video, you know, and it just filled my heart and soul so much with, like, you and your wife. And he was like, that's a really great song. He's like, that's very nice. I go, you guys literally give me hope. Like, I have a handful of couples in my world that, like, give me that hope that, you know, maybe someday. And he's like, well, you just gotta keep with it. You just gotta keep with it. I go, first I have to find somebody I like. He's like, oh, are we gonna start with like? I'm like, absolutely, we're gonna start with like, because I can't be going around trying to be all mushy gushy with somebody if I don't even like them, right? And I feel like that's the key, right? You gotta be with somebody you like first. And then that love comes next, right? All right, getting busy on wiping this bad boy down because it's disgusting. Disgusting. And I just have a little sanitizing water over here. A little cap full of bleach and, I don't know, right about a half gallon full of water. That's maybe the appropriate amount. Maybe the appropriate amount. All right. Woo! So we've got, again, we're just making it easy. Guys, making it easy. Got your peppers, cauliflower, broccoli. We've got onions. We got mushrooms. It's going to be very easy to throw together a meal if you have all of this stuff done. It's going to take a lot of that work out. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And I have literally a huge tray right here. I'm like looking at this one. I'm so not going to waste your guys' time with all of this. I have a huge tray of chicken and chicken wings. And I have a tray of some pork chops. So I'm just going to do like one of each. Okay. So pork chops, obviously, most of these I'm going to leave whole. Because like that's kind of Zane's jam. We'll smother them in some Dijon mustard. Grill them on the grill top. Yeah, that kid. He's so particular. But these little tiny guys, I'm going to grab those guys first. And we're just going to kind of chop them up into little chunks. Little chunks. Because you never know. You never know. It can get down to like the last part. And, you know, you're rocking right before payday. And maybe you need a little something to tide your family over. Right? All right. So, I'm just going to go around the bone. As best as possible. I am not a butcher. Let me give you that disclaimer. All right. And again, this could be a stock bone. I don't want to put it by that, so I'm going to put it over there. Just kind of follow the bone. Okay? Don't be getting all dirty on me, because I know some of you are like me and you just went to a real dirty area in your mind. It's good. It's good. I'm just going to cut them in little chunks because, you know, maybe you want some pork stir fry on Friday, right? Maybe you're going to make some stroganoff on Wednesday. I don't know. Again, I'm just here to kind of guide you. Doesn't make me an expert. Does not make me an expert. Just make sure you're watching out for bones. Did you guys see that? I just had to cut off a little sliver. Don't want to be messing somebody's teeth up with that. And this is how I fed my family of 6 off of one pork chop. Of course, it was one large pork chop, but So now we just got some little nuggets here. Little nuggets. Little tidbits. Put that in there. All right. And I'm going to give my hands a little washy wash. Wipe down my board again. And I know you're supposed to have a different colored board for your meat, but guess what? I just don't. I don't have it. This is how I rock. This is how I roll. My only suggestion is have some sort of plastic board because you don't want to cut that on a wooden board. You want to talk breeding ground for bacteria. Woo! All right. I do, however, want to move this over this way. You guys, my kitchen is a mess. It's a freaking mess in here. I just need a kitchen that's as big as my living room and then way more counter space. Like a gazillion times more counter space. Because that's always the deal. All right, so, nope. Haven't even had that many yet. I guess I need a break. Butchering it up. Yeah. Poke her over the head and drag her in. Okay. You do you, boo-boo. If she sticks around after that, like, it's kind of like you claimed it, right? All right, so our little wings. We're going to get rid of this little tidbit here. And you can actually feel like the little knuckle there, and it usually will work really well for you. It's going to go nice and easy. I don't always do as well with this portion. But sometimes I'm successful. See? So you got your little flats and drums, see? Put those up there. Do one more for you, just because I'm feeling froggy. And then I'll cut up a couple of the chicken breasts. I do not have a cleaver. I'm not that talented. I would probably end up taking my hand off if I did. Oh, see? Got a little sideways on that one. There we go. See, I tried to cut it too early. Hi, Ness. I miss you too, my love. All right, now I'm gonna go in with a couple of these chicken breasts. So again, I like to just have it ready to rock and roll, right? So I guess it's just dependent on what your meal is going to be for the week or what you think you're gonna do. So we can go in with some slices. So again, stir fried, maybe you want to cut them in half or in thirds to give you bite-sized pieces. Maybe you want to take that bad boy and clean it up a little bit. Obviously do just a regular old chicken breast, but I think I'm gonna take this fat boy and I'm just gonna kind of slice it down the middle. Just make sure you're paying attention, you guys. Don't be having your fingers hanging over the edge because you're gonna freaking slice your finger. You're gonna butterfly it out a little bit. And with this, I am actually going to pound it out a little bit, get them evenly in size and thickness, and I'm going to dredge them in some flour and some panko for Zane tonight for dinner, which he's probably dying because it's 6:30 and I've wasted a lot of time. Come in with one more here. Do the same thing. Oh, that was not a very good one. It was much fatter on that end, that's why. I wasn't paying attention. It'll be fine. All right. See, we've got our little cutlets here. So then again, I'll pound those out, dredge them in some flour. Give yourself some chunks, some slices this way, or you can just go in and chunk it all up. And if you're If you're on the fence of washing your chicken, if you're off the fence of washing, I don't care. I really don't care. I just don't. It doesn't matter to me. Because have you seen how chickens live, you guys? They're just nasty anyways, so it is what it is. You just got to make sure that you're wiping down your surfaces. Hence the reason why I moved everything over that way. Trying not to get too crazy up in here. Going to wash my hands really well. Because again, I know we talk about this a lot on this show, but you don't want anybody getting sick from the food you're making. Sylvester can attest to that. Hello, wonderful. How are you? Can't see who else is up there. And so then if you have it in all of these amazing little dishes, whether you're using plastic dishes or not plastic dishes, if you're using glass dishes or plastic bags or reusable bags or whatever you're going to use to store your food in, it's already, most of the work is already done for you. So that's the beauty of it, guys. This is the whole purpose of a meal prep, right? Is to make it less work later. So if you already have all your stuff in these convenient little containers, again, whether they're Ziploc bags or reusable bags or glass jars or whatever you're going to do, if you know that you have all of the hard, difficult, whatever work done, it makes it so much easier to want to walk into your kitchen, right? Let me swing my hands around some more. It's okay. It's drying. It's totally fine. That's it. It's like wham bam, look at that. You just throw a little oil in the pan, put a little bit of your chicken in there, saute it a little bit with some of your onions, your mushrooms, your peppers, ready to rock. Throw it on some rice, put a little Mayploy sweet chili sauce on top of it. Bam, dinner's done. Dinner's done. And if you need more ideas, just go to my YouTube channel. There are plenty of ideas on there that literally have taken me 10 minutes to prepare because I do all of this stuff before I come to you guys with anything. So all of the meals that I've made for you guys, I've already put this work into. So if you just get busy and do all of this difficult work ahead of time, it'll just be easier to walk into your kitchen and just get her done. Just get her done. All right. That's what I have for you guys tonight. Thanks for joining me in Meal Prep Monday Morsels. I appreciate that. YouTube channel is all the way up to date. What else do we have? We will not be having Suck It Up Saturday because I just did that. I will see you all on Wednesday. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Y'all keep showing up. So do I. This is going to be fun to try to shut this off. All right. Knuckle time. All right. Have a good night.